John Marshall's sunset selfies may be enjoying their moment in the sun, getting attention around the world. But for him, they're just a creative outlet, not his passion. His passion is children.
And he has made it his life's work to change the lives of the most vulnerable kids in the world, one at a time.
People that hear the word orphan, they might think of these sad, destitute, dirty children. Well, these kids are so full of life and so full of potential that I decided I want to fight for them.
For the last 6 years, John Marshall has been telling the stories of orphaned children.
Good morning. How are you today?
I raise money and tell stories. Really tell stories to raise money.
His passion grew out of grief.
6 years ago, I had sort of a trifecta of loss. My marriage ended, my youngest child went off to college, so I was alone, and then I lost my job. And I did not know what to do.
John had just sold a book about volunteering around the world. With little on the horizon, he decided to return to India to write a follow-up.
So I set up all kinds of cool things, working at elephant sanctuaries, working with Buddhist monks in Bodh Gaya, working at all across the country. And I went over there for a 6-month trip to travel and write.
As soon as he arrived, he got incredibly sick.
I got this fungal infection in my sinuses that was so horrible that the smell coming out of my own head would make me gag.
He sought help from the only people he knew.
Welcome to the Good Shepherd Agricultural Mission.
At an orphanage.
And my plan was to stay for 2 weeks, get well and keep moving. I had all these things planned, but I ended up staying for the whole 6 months. I just fell in love with these kids.
We are one big family!
They were the ones who nursed me back to health.
He worked with the children during the day and told stories in the nursery at night.
I love you too. And you know what? I was really feeling down at that time, and I think I was mourning the loss of being a parent. Those kids were very central to my life, my 2 kids, and they were now gone. They didn't need me.
Not only did his health recover, his spirit healed.
I got to be a parent again.
He started helping the orphanage raise money.
We'd need some school desks up at the school, and I would fundraise for school desks. And instead of raising the $4,000 that we needed, we'd raise $40,000 from people all over the world with these amazing videos that the kids would just shine through these videos.
After telling stories his whole career, it dawned on John he could tell one of the most important stories of his life.
You hear it all the time, oh, selfless service, it's such the way to be, like it's so rewarding. But I can say for myself, it's the perfect exchange, because if you do it right, everyone feels like they're giving nothing, and everyone feels like they're getting everything.
The kids inspired John to launch his new nonprofit.
Teach Her, 2 words, will provide college education for orphaned girls. We're going to see how many kids we can take from this really desperate, dead-end life that they were handed to through no fault of their own and flip it around and change the future for them.
Currently, he's putting 13 orphans through college in India, 8 of whom are girls.
Probably the most vulnerable members of our human family on this planet are orphaned girls. Suicide rates are unbelievably high for this group, but also getting involved in sex work. I thought, you got to start somewhere.
It cost about $2,500 a year to attend college in India.
Only the richest kids get to go because there's no Pell Grants, there's no loans. Certainly if you're an orphan child without support, you are not going. You're not even dreaming of going.
Teach Her doesn't just pay for orphaned kids to go to college, it supports them along the way.
They need classes, lessons in self-esteem. They need to learn how to study sometimes properly. There's a lot of support that's going to go into this as well. There's more than 4 million girls currently living in institutions worldwide.
John knows he can't do it alone.
I think it's not going to happen without lots and lots of people involved. As I've seen in my own life, they've made a huge change in my life, and they'll do the same for other people as well.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you.
Despite those beautiful sunset selfies, John Marshall hopes it's his work for Teach Her that will have a more significant impact.
If you would like to learn more about it, head to the 207 section of our News Center Maine website or app. I talked to him when he wrote his first book 6 years ago, Amanda, and he was doing remarkable things then. His journey just gets better.
Really cool stuff.